Celtics Nation, what is good? Welcome back to the channel, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Bleed Green Film Room. Today, we're going to be covering my guy, Jaylen Brown, one of my favorite players in the NBA right now. But specifically, I want to talk about this game versus the Spurs and what we've seen from him over the last 6 or so games. Now, I mentioned this a lot lately, and I do apologize. I feel like I'm getting repetitive, but you can tell Jaylen Brown has really been locked in working on his jump shot. Not only has he been good or getting better from the free throw line, but his stats over the past 6 games really stand out. Now, this last game versus the Spurs, he shot 50% from the field and 50% from 3, right? But if you go back through the last 6 games, he shot over 50% 5 times. 5 out of 6 games, he has shot over 50%, right? 73% versus the Rockets. 56% versus the Minnesota Timberwolves, that overtime game. 65% from the field versus the Pacers, the second game when we lost. 65% versus the first time we played the Pacers. He has been on an absolute tear as of late, but it doesn't stop just with field goal percentage. It also carries over to his 3-point percentage as well. Last game versus San Antonio, 3 of 6. The game versus Houston, 4 of 6. Minnesota, 4 of 7. Versus Indiana, 3 of 4. This man is slowly starting to really pick it up offensively, and nobody is noticing it. Now, here we go. He's going to bring it up here, and I apologize for doing that. I'm going to bring it up here on this one of the first plays. He's going to get a quick screen here by Luke Cornett. Now, as you can see, you have Victor Wembanyama right here, right? But you notice how he's not driving up. Instead, he's playing the paint because Jaylen is such a force to be reckoned with driving into the paint. Well, yeah, this is where we win a lot of these attempts, because if you're JB, yeah, hell, I do not want to drive in on Victor Wembanyama. So if I'm Victor Wembanyama, I am definitely stepping up here, and then you even give yourself a chance for a step or a come from behind block as well, a chase down block. JB spots up right over. They go over the screen instead of under, and gets an open 3. This is what we need to see out of JB, and to be honest, it's becoming consistent. Now, let's break down some more film. Like I said, in this video, we're going to break down a bunch of film from this Spurs game. Before we do so, make sure you guys do me a big favor. Comment down below the number 7 if you think Jaylen Brown is locked and loaded as an all-star once again this season. But also, comment down the number 1 if you think not only he's going to make the all-star game, but he's going to make an all-team defense as well. And again, we're getting more pick and roll, 2-man game between him and Al Horford. This game, Porzingis was out, and there we go. Makes that extra pass. O'Shea Brissett pump fakes a 3, gets his guy in the air, draws in an extra defender here, and I believe that's Dominic Barlow. And you notice he could have kicked that back out to Jaylen. O'Shea Brissett makes a beautiful play there. But let's get into some more footage. I also want to bring up the fact that JB's been a better passer as well, and there's an assist right there, a great move there by O'Shea Brissett. But let's dive into some more JB film. Alright, here's another solid play that I loved by JB. We're going to get another transition bucket here by Jaylen. Isolating versus Dominic Barlow. Not known as being a great defender. He's solid, don't get me wrong. Very lengthy as a defender. But it doesn't matter. Now, what I want to show you guys here is, hey, look at driving with his left hand, guys. Have we ever seen him do this before? Hey, I'm just joking around, though. I love this. I love this by JB, the confidence. Hey, even though everyone roasts me for not being able to finish with my left, let me finish with my left. Beautiful job there by JB. Should have been an and 1, or potentially could have been an and 1. Just love to see him do that, man. Prove these people wrong. Prove them wrong. And you know what I also love about Jaylen is, if that was Jason Tatum, and no offense to Jason Tatum, I feel like Jason probably would have sat there and, complained to the refs a little bit. JB, shook his head a little bit and got back on defense. That's what I... Alright, here's a quick little case for... obviously not Defensive Player of the Year by any means, but all-team defense. Here we go. We're going to get a pick and roll. They're going to hit the outside guy here. I believe this is Julian Champagne. And here we go. Champagne is going to drive in. Already has the inside leverage because JB was trying to close out on the 3-point line. Did a great job with that. Champagne makes a good move here. Stops on a dime. Gets JB. Look at it. In this point in time, there's no way JB is making a play on this ball. I mean, he's leaning left, trying to jump back right, but ends up getting a block anyway. Dude, I'm telling you, JB is definitely a very good defender, and he showcased that throughout the entirety of this season so far. In my opinion, I think he's locked in as a team, all-team defense. Bad turnover there. I won't lie to you right there, but I think he tried to get a little bit too saucy, trying to get a little bit too flashy there. Bad turnover. We're going to break down some of the bad plays as well, and that was one of them. You got to just make sure you make the right pass. I mean, on this play, you have a 3-on-1 fast break, or I guess 3-on-2, you should say. I want to see Peyton Pritchard running a little bit more aggressively to the basket there, but all you got to do is just a quick little pass. I think he's trying to get it to Jason Tatum, or maybe just a bad pass, splits our guys. I don't know. Just, hey, listen, I know we're up by 19. Make that a little bit easier of a pass, man. It doesn't have to be flashy all the time. It doesn't have to be flashy. Let's see what happens here. Trey Jones driving in, trying to find the backdoor cutter. Does, and here we go. Julian Champagnie again. Puts up a layup. No good. Rebound goes to Big Al. Now, here we go. Running in transition. This is where the Celtics can make a lot of their money because they have so many guys, right? Obviously, Porzingis and Derek White were out this game, but it doesn't matter. They still have so many guys that can make a bucket. So here we go. Drew going to fill the lane up the left side. You see how Jaylen Brown at the top of the key doesn't, fill the lane badly. He gets to the corner, right? As Tatum fills out this right side, you got a guy going to the corner. It's going to leave a lot open, right? So here we go. Corner, top left, top of the key. Look, this is perfect. This is perfect spacing. Everyone is spread out. Now what this does to the defense, who are playing 5-on-4, gives you a backdoor lane. You know why? Because Jason Tatum, a huge threat, has the ball top of the key, right? And then you get the backdoor cut by JB over Victor Wembanyama and kicks it over to Luke Cornett, who's going to get a wide open bucket. The ball movement is insane, especially, hey, when you're playing 5-on-4, that's what you need to take advantage of. Take advantage of when the defense is in, a bad situation, and that's what they did right there. All right, here's another beautiful play I love here. Drew Holiday going to kick it over to Sam Hauser coming off this double screen. Boom, here we go. Now we get two guys closing out on Sam Hauser, who is then going to find a cutting Luke Cornett. Now, when you're in this scenario right here, what you're going to see defensively is obviously rotation. So you got Cedi Osman here on O'Shea Brissett. You got Keldon Johnson here on Jaylen Brown. So obviously, when you look at this play, who do you think crashes down to, guard the paint? Obviously, Cedi Osman, right? Then leaving O'Shea Brissett open. So what does Keldon Johnson do? Cut down and guard the cutting O'Shea Brissett. I think they do a good job with that. Boxes him out. I love that. And then Luke Cornett going to kick out to the corner. Then you're going to get a closeout by Keldon Johnson. But Jaylen Brown doesn't waver. Gets the ball into his shooting area, right? Jumps up, shoots over his guy. Beautiful release, man. That is... Love to see that, dude. That is just... It's just beautiful. I mean, did you guys see that release? Look at this. Woo! That is just amazing. I love watching Jaylen shoot, bro. Sometimes when I watch JB shoot, that shit looks so effortless to him. It's amazing. Here we go. O'Shea Brissett driving in. Off one leg. Finds a backdoor. Drew Holiday. No good. Big Luke there for the tip. And I don't know what this was for with Jaylen. What happened here with Jaylen? Maybe he got a steal on this play? Let me see. O'Shea. This had nothing to do with JB. I don't know why this is in there, but let's see what else goes on. Jaylen Brown up the right side here. Ooh, okay. JB, huh? See, this is what he was trying to do before with that flashy pass. But you know what? We've never seen JB do these type of things before, right? We usually see JB just make the easy, the normal pass, which sometimes is what you need to do. I mean, that first turnover, that's what you need to do. But the fact that he's even experimenting, right? Experimenting, doing these between the leg passes. Interesting, right? Because when you think of Jaylen Brown, what do you think of? You think of a shooter, athletic wing guard, can really finish around the rim, can play solid defense, but nowhere would you say passer, right? Nobody would say passer. But I feel like this season, he's been so much better in terms of passing this basketball. And I feel like that's a sign where he's starting to build up that confidence, which tells me one thing and one thing only. The man is only getting better. He is still improving. We like to say, listen, he just signed his big contract. He's in his prime. No, that's why we signed him to this big contract, because not only is he not in his prime yet, but he's still getting better, and he's still building chemistry, building rapport with these guys here in Boston. And man, you can just tell from even the past couple of games here, past 6 games, his shooting has been better. His passing has been better. He's been finishing around the basket with his left hand better. The man is getting better mid-season. Here we go. See what happens here. Jaylen Brown, top of the key. Fake little screen there by Drew Holiday, drawing 2 defenders in. Doesn't care. Still wants to ISO against Jeremy Sohan, who is a good defender. Drives in Step back. This is what I love about JB. His ability to stop on a dime. And I think he got fouled there. But his ability to stop on a dime makes him so tough to guard. You know what I mean? Because not only he can be driving, going 100%, boom, stop, put up a shot, and get fouled barely. I mean, it's a tough call if I'm being honest. But did get hit in the hand. It's a little bit of a foul. And then you see him. I don't know if he makes these free throws. Hopefully, for my case, yeah, okay, hits both of them. Hey, you know what? I'm loving what JB's doing. I know he's only averaging maybe 23 points a game this year compared to last year where he was averaging upwards of 26. This is meant to happen. You bring in so many more guys. You bring in more shooters, more guys who can score the basketball at a high level. You're going to see that workload, the shot attempts go down a little bit. And I feel like JB's done a really good job taking that back seat, with guys like Derek White and Drew Holiday and Chris Stapps and Jason Tatum and Sam Hauser getting continued more shots every single game. I think Jaylen has done such a good job this year, especially shooting about 50% from the field, 37% from the three-point line. And like I said, man, I think by the end of the year, we'll probably see him get up to that 39 mark in terms of three-point shooting, and that's when the Celtics will be at their best, right? When JB and JT start hitting their threes. I think that's when it will be really tough for teams to stop us. But right now, I think he's been amazing. Comment down below what you think of JB over the last couple of games or so. Because personally, man, I've been loving it. I've been loving it. I think this shot release is absolutely beautiful. Great pass there by Big Luke Cornett. Excellent release, man. I can shoot over anybody. That's the mindset. That's just beautiful, man. That is beautiful. I just want to watch it one more time. Beautiful, man. Beautiful. All right. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new. Join the family. I will be live for tomorrow night's game versus the Nuggets. If you guys are going to be there, comment down below the number 0. Put a 0 in the comments if you're going to be in the live stream tomorrow. And I'll see you guys there. Peace.